It's a good idea to have learning goals for the summer, but they don't all have to be academic summer goals. Here are several of those and some ideas on how to make that happen. So one great goal is to build their emotional vocabulary. So helping kids be able to learn, name, and manage their emotions can make a really big difference in how they handle stress, conflict, frustration during the school year. So here's some tips on how to do this. Maybe practice a daily feelings check-in. Maybe use a chart or journal for that. Read books that explore different emotions and talk about what the characters might be feeling. Why this matters is emotional regulation is directly linked to executive function skills, things like impulse control, flexible thinking, that are really critical for success in the classroom, but also out of the classroom. Okay, a second non-academic learning goal would be teaching your kids resilience, the ability to stick with something difficult. Summer's a great time to build grit for your child, whether it's riding a bike, finishing a puzzle, maybe they're learning or practicing a new instrument. It's a great time to do that without the pressure of school. So some ways to go about this: set a personal summer goal together with your child, something that will take effort, but that they enjoy and are excited about. Track their progress regularly, celebrate wins, even small wins, and then talk openly about the learning process, frustrations that come up with learning something new, and model problem solving together. Resilience and perseverance is critical for kids. They're going to face setbacks. They're going to have to work through hard tasks academically. And so building that over the summer can reap some real benefits. Third, kind of related to this, would be practicing problem solving in daily life. So problem solving is obviously more than academic skill for math or those types of subjects. It's the ability to pause, think through a situation, make a plan. So ways to help your kids develop problem solving skills. One would be maybe give them some responsibility. Ask your child to plan part of your next family's outing. They can choose the location, look up the directions, maybe plan the activity. Give them a chance to resolve sibling disputes on their own, maybe with some coaching, right, if needed. And then when your child comes to you with a problem, instead of just giving them an answer immediately, ask them leading questions to see if they can arrive at how to handle it on their own. This obviously matters quite a bit because when kids learn to think critically and creatively through everyday problems, they build confidence and more independence in school. Fourth, strengthen independence with routines. So routines give our kids a sense of control. So let your child manage their own morning or bedtime routine. If they're going to summer camp or on vacation, build a routine around packing. Give them autonomy to think through what they're going to need to bring. Teach a new life skill each week, especially if they're a little older, like laundry, meal prep, budgeting, kind of life skills. That can be great. And when kids feel competent in those areas, it builds independence. And then lastly, strengthen cognitive skills, right? Not all building happens at a desk. Things like logic puzzles, memory games, board games help build cognitive skills that are critical, like attention, processing speed, reasoning. So have a game night. If you want to contact us, we have some really great screen-free game options that will also help build cognitive skills. And this really matters. In fact, this is what we do at LearningRx. We focus on strengthening core cognitive skills because those are the skills kids need to be successful academically. So make the most of your summer, build skills, and it doesn't have to be all about math facts and things like that. There are other skills that are really critical that you can build this summer. So have at it.